Shout out LeBron. Welcome back to the Kickoff Podcast. I'm your host, Jaron Carper. This is my co-host, Nathan Rudd, and my co-host, Riley Wheeler. We didn't have an episode last week, so we apologize for that, but me and Nate were in Kansas City, so we didn't have the ability to record that week, but that doesn't matter anymore because we've had one of the greatest weeks of the football season just happened, and we got more tonight with it, with the 2026 NFL Draft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Who You know what, that's fair as a Ravens fan, so I won't say anything on it, but what a what an interesting draft.
Man,
What in the world is going on
it's
with the
always
draft?
interesting, the draft, like, that's why I love it so much because it's so unpredictable and, like, you never like, you can spend all this time scouting players, and you can spend all this time, like, doing scouting reports on players and, like, seeing team fits and all that. But then you get to the day of the draft, and it's like, you could throw all that out the window for most part because they just go wherever.
It's
I
a
mean,
really humbling experience.
yeah, very much a
Very,
humbling
very
experience.
humbling.
But, yeah, I mean rounds 1, 2, 3 are down. We're recording this Saturday morning, disclaimer, so day 3 has not happened yet. And I think we're gonna do a little round 1 recap, kinda our thoughts on how the first round went. So, yeah, I mean let's just get right into it. Do you want to start at the top with, Mr. Fernando?
That was the shocker of the night.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
sure.
call it what it is.
I was seeing rumors that they switched to Iowa quarterback Mark Gronkowski, so I don't know what happened there, but
Yeah.
Oh,
Someone mute his mic, please. He's gonna keep doing this, like, all day, and I'm just not here for it,
no,
so
no.
Riley, continue.
Yeah, no, Fernando Mendoza. I saw this thing on Instagram, and it was comparing which offense you'd rather have going into this next season, and it was 2, like, really bad offenses last year. It was the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders, and I'm taking the Raiders, as I'm sure you guys are. We're all Genty fans here, so, they add Fernando Mendoza, national champion, Heisman winner. You got Ashton Genty as the running back. I would say the weakest part of that offensive unit right now is probably wide receiver. Um, who's their wide receiver 1 right now?
Trey Tucker right
That's who
now,
it was, yeah.
and they had Dak Best in the second, which he
Yeah.
hasn't really had
yeah.
a real shot, so
Did
we'll
they
see.
get,
It's a developmental unit.
Jalen Naylor?
Yes, they
He's on
signed
that
him.
team?
He'll
Yeah.
probably be a wide receiver 3, 4
Yeah.
for them.
Okay.
Did they end up drafting one?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
They I mean, obviously, and then
We'll
Brock
call it.
Bowers, top 5 tight end in the league. I'm just hoping he can get his production back up because I kept him in we have a keeper league, and I kept him over Puka, and that was horrible. That was actually but the thought process here was, gentlemen, let me steer off topic here, was there's more good wide receivers or, like, elite wide receivers in fantasy than there are tight ends. So I was like, "I'm gonna keep
The production you get from
the
Bowers
tight
is
end." Yeah, I know.
is yeah.
The tight end premium is
Yeah,
real.
yeah, but it bit me last year. Any other thoughts about Mendoza, though?
I don't see how it goes wrong, to be
Yeah,
honest. He's too smart. Um,
And he doesn't have to start right away, which I
yeah,
love. Like, you don't
yeah.
have to throw him to the wolves week 1. Like, you just say, like, "Hey, Kirk, we brought you in here just to take a couple starts while Fernando learns the offense, and then
yeah.
And
team's yours, Nando."
he's not gonna be a diva. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Like, he Fernando Mendoza will get told that he's gonna sit for 5 years, and he's gonna be like, "Sounds good, man."
literally, he
And I'm
literally
just
was.
glad to have the opportunity, and I'm excited to see what the next 5 years hold for me, and I'm excited to learn.
Yeah, I'm
And, like,
hoping
it's
that never
great.
changes throughout his career because
It
he is a
won't.
super humble and he's just such a likable guy. And then he goes to the team like the Raiders, and it's like, man, the only worst team is probably the Cowboys to go to. I'm sure Nate would agree with that, but um, it I don't know that organization, man.
And it was official. I don't think we saw anything this whole draft cycle of the Raiders did not have pick 1.
No, they had no reason to. Your franchise quarterback
No,
is
I
sitting
know.
there at 1,
Yeah,
why would you trade off the pick?
But
right.
we always see those rumors.
And one
Not
year it
here.
will happen.
No, I
Tom
know.
Tom Brady's
I know.
Tom Brady's
Yeah.
owning the team now, alright? He's all business. not fully owning the team. I'm just, you know.
Well, number 2, David Bailey to the Jets. Kind of a surprise. Some people thought it would be Arvell Reese. I thought it was gonna be David Bailey. Nate, I think you had David Bailey in your final mock.
Uh, I I did have David Bailey in my final mock, but man, I think for the 3 months of the draft offseason leading up to this day, I had Arvell Reese just penciled in until maybe not 3. No, no, it's been since, like, January. It's been Arvell Reese, just kinda been that consensus top, like, edge/linebacker
Yeah.
hybrid, and then, like, a week ago, it came out that Jets brass kinda prefers Bailey, and I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna be the dummy who sticks with Reese at 2, so I'll drink the Kool-Aid and switch," and turns out the Kool-Aid was right. Shout
Yeah.
out Kool-Aid McKinstry,
You know, I
and
I thought it was gonna
yeah.
be Arvell Reese for a while too until, like, that last week and a half, and then they, like, canceled their top 30 with David Bailey, and then I
They
don't know.
saw all they needed to see, that's why
Something
they
in them
canceled it.
now David Bailey's not a bad player by any means, but I think Arvell Reese is a better player.
He's a better talent, not better for what not better for the 2nd overall pick, in my opinion,
Oh,
because
yeah, yeah.
we'll get to the Giants in a little bit, but Reese falling to 5 kinda tells me how the league viewed him, that all that stuff about how he wasn't, like he was just he was just such a strong, athletic person that he wasn't even, like, doing he had no pass rush plan. Like, he said he would go up there and he would just try something, and it would work because 'cause you're just bigger and stronger than a lot of these Big Ten tackles, which is saying something.
I was gonna say in our mock draft that we did here on the pod, if you guys haven't checked out those episodes, go check them out. Um, I think we had Bailey going too,
I think we did.
I thought we had him going 4 to the Titans.
because I thought it went Mendoza, Bailey, and then
Mendoza it went
Reese.
Reese, Maui Noah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Bailey,
okay. Okay.
and I don't remember who was 5, probably Downs, but we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
talking about our mock draft, none of us had Jeremiah Love to the Cardinals.
Oh
No.
my goodness.
What in the world? Now I don't and I'm sure, Nate, you'll agree with me here because 'cause we've talked about it. I don't hate Jeremiah Love to the Cardinals. What I hate is Jeremiah Love's money to the Cardinals' money to Jeremiah Love. That is insane.
Yeah.
You better hope that Jeremiah Love picks up the game of NFL football so quick and produces day 1. Boom.
For Yeah, for context, the 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft gets a 4-year, $51 million fully
Yeesh.
guaranteed contract, which for a running back puts him right now, day 1, at 6th in running back money,
Wow.
with the most guaranteed of any running back in the NFL.
Wow. I saw
Well,
something like that. It was like a list of running backs, and it had Jeremiah Love at the top with 0 carries, 0 yards,
whoop,
nothing, and then it had the number 51 million next to it, and I was like, "He's getting paid more than some of these guys." I'm like,
Yep.
"That is absurd."
He's getting I think this is the most guaranteed money a running back has ever had.
Jeez.
yeah. I
Wow.
I said to you after night 1, I said, "I think the Cardinals really wanted to trade out of 3, but I don't know if anybody wanted to trade up to 3 or pay what the Cardinals were asking." So it was kind of a, "Uh-oh, let's
Yeah.
just go get Jeremiah Love because we like him anyway.
Yeah.
We'll deal with the cap space
Yeah.
later."
But
Yeah.
I
I
I but just to, like, defend it a little bit, while I do think it is a poor allocation of resources to spend the 3rd overall pick on a running back where you already had Tyler Algier, James Conner, and Trey Benson,
Yeah.
3, like,
alright.
average to good running backs where that'll get you by in this league. Jeremiah Love is my best player in the whole draft. If I were to bet that someone in this class is gonna be an all-pro years down the road, it would be Jeremiah Love for me, because I just think he is such a good, like, everything you want in a runner and everything you want in a receiver. he's a really, really good player. Just three's a little rich for me.
Yeah. I think we talked about when we were doing our mock draft, I think we talked about this is the earliest he could have gone, but I don't think any of us could have predicted that. I mean, this is a really, really high pick for a running back,
Yeah.
and I'm not a big
Highest
fan.
since Saquon at
Yeah,
2.
I'm not a big fan of taking running backs in top 5. I don't care how good you are. It just this market is cooked. Like, I don't know.
And there's
And
shelf life. There's shelf life.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
better pray he doesn't turn out like a Sonny Michel.
but
yeah,
to
yeah,
counter the shelf life thing, I think the NFL is more confident in his shelf life because look at a guy like Saquon Barkley who's still churning out
Yeah.
yards and he's almost
Yeah.
30. So I think there is like a belief that he can go for 10 years, 12 years.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I think there is that belief that now, honestly, injuries can happen whenever. So, I mean, I really hope they don't happen because
yeah,
he could be a really good player.
right.
As long as he doesn't turn out like the other running back with the last name Love. Bryce Love.
Bryce Love. Oh my, that's a shout. Uh,
Anyway, number 4 to the Titans. I love the player, surprised by the pick. Cardinal Tate to
I
the
was also
Titans.
I was also
Wow.
surprised at this pick.
I mean, get another weapon for Cam Ward.
Yeah,
I think that should be the game plan. I think that's a really good game plan to have. Is just surround your number one
Yeah.
overall quarterback with a weapon. And in their opinion, Carnell Tate was the number one receiver on the board, and he was also my number one receiver in the whole draft.
Ditto.
I, it's a really good it's a really good get for Cam Ward. The only knock I have on Carnell Tate is he is not a standard X receiver. I think he's going to be a very good Z. We saw that Ohio State with Jeremiah Smith being the X. It, he's he would be like a T Higgins to a Jamar Chase. It's like if down the road the Titans get like some really good wide receiver, I think Carnell Tate's gonna thrive, but maybe being the guy could be a little bit of a shell shock to him, but he's a really good player. He's really, really good for them.
Do they still have Calvin Ridley?
No, wait, maybe,
I don't remember.
probably, but he's old and
I know.
kind of
But this year,
a little bit
what if
washed.
the
They have
Titans
Wandale Robinson they signed, and they
okay.
have Chimere
Yeah.
DK, and they have
So,
who's that other?
what
I don't
if
remember. Elikayo Manor.
oh, yes. So what if the Titans are looking at this thing? We just got Carnell Tate at 4, okay? Walk with me here. They don't think they're gonna be very good next year. Go get
oh gosh.
his counterpart next year. Carnell Tate's counterpart.
I mean, that's a pipe dream, but well, I
Do you
can't
think
Clip it, play it in a year.
I can't
I mean, do you think that they're gonna, like, sit there and be like,
well, I
picking in
can't
the
sit here and say,
18th?
"Yes, this team will be picking in the top 3 next year." 'Cause that's what you're gonna need if you want Jeremiah Smith.
I I'm not saying that they're going to, but there's a world. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna be,
I'm
like, running the NFL.
we're still actively in the 2026 draft. I'm not gonna go predict
Yeah, I was about to
2027.
say
So I'm gonna stay
It's
over
never too
here
early. Don't
in
listen
April
to them.
2026. You can go all the way and think about April 2027.
It's never too early. Number 5, Arvell Reese, the Giants.
nice.
And here starts the run on just great players to the NFC East.
Yep.
Ohio State players to the NFC East.
That needed?
It's a great
Was
pick.
that needed?
I'm
It's
just
a
throwing it
great
out.
freaking
Hey,
pick for the
do you
Giants.
see who I have to deal with twice a year?
This isn't about you, Jaron. This is about the Giants,
All
who
right,
got
well,
a really good player in Arvell Reese. And what I was alluding to at pick 2 is the league just did not view him as a guy who could be an edge right away, which is what you draft in the top 5 is an edge rusher, someone who gets sacked, someone who rushes off the edge. And like I said, Arvell Reese was just kind of guessing. He was kind of like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and then it worked, and then you look like a genius, and then in reality, you're like, "Dude, you're not really doing any pass rush moves. You're just kind of like pushing." But he's a great off-ball linebacker, which is what I think they're gonna use him at. They're just gonna have him play like that Like they were saying on the broadcast, John Harbaugh had Roquan Smith for all those years. There he is. There's your new Roquan Smith. He could really be that. He is probably, if you want him to be, the best quarterback spy in the entire league because he's fast, strong, and attacks angles like any good linebacker would. I mean, very good pick by the Giants. Very upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't really have a lot to add to that. I mean, top, what, 3 player talent-wise in the draft? He
He was my number 4, but
that's
he
what
was
I'm
a lot of players'
yeah,
number 3.
he
A lot of
he
people.
I thought he was falling, like, I was sitting there watching the draft, I think, "Oh, this could be Arvell Reese," and then the next pick, I was like, "This could also be Arvell Reese," and then it wasn't Arvell Reese, and then it was the Giants pick, and I'm like, "This is probably Arvell Reese," I would hope, but
Well,
he just kept falling.
Oh, I
but
know. I mean, I'm just
well, I was gonna say, I don't know if you remember while we were watching the draft, I think he passed he got past pick 3, so it was pick 4.
oh, when you're like, he's not gonna go blank, blank, blank,
Yeah,
blank.
I was
Yeah.
going down the teams, I'm like, 'cause who's Parnell Tate? I'm like, this could be Arvell Reese, but I think they're gonna go offense, so I don't think this will be Reese. Giants definitely aren't taking Reese because they already have a loaded front 7. The Browns aren't gonna take him. Is he gonna be a and then I said, "Oh my god, uh, Arvell Reese is a Commander," and I got so mad. And then I'm like, "Well, he won't go here. This will probably be like Maui Noah, like when the Giants come out. I'm like, this is probably like Maui Noah or like a tackle." And they took Arvell Reese, and I go, "No way!" I put my hands in my face, and I just accepted the fact that I have to deal with that 2 times a year for the next
Well,
5 years
and
plus.
then was it Rappaport or Schefter came out and it said it on the bottom ticker. It said the Giants don't plan on intending trade Kayvon Thibodeau.
That could have been leaks, because he's gonna say that there was a report yesterday that they're looking to trade Kayvon Thibodeau, but, I mean, they didn't, so
Well, I wasn't. I was just saying that like when the draft pick happened, like we got that report and we were like, what are they going to do?
yeah, I don't know. And then we have our first trade of the night. Chiefs jump 2 spots, oh, 3 technically, and get Mansour Delane out of LSU.
God, I love it. I don't know why they felt the need to jump up, but I'm
I was
assuming
yeah.
that either
I
the
think the
Commanders or
Commanders
Saints were
really
gonna
liked
take
him because he
Yep.
said in his, post-draft interview, he goes, "Mr. Peters, I'm sorry, but you're a little late." 'Cause Adam Peters is the GM of the Commanders. So he goes, "Mr. Peters, I'm sorry, you're a little late. They made a great decision."
I don't blame the Chiefs though. You're never gonna pick top 6 again in the Mahomes era.
Yeah.
You
That's what I've been saying all draft
When
cycle.
yeah.
when they traded up, that part of me died because I was like, "Bro, the Chiefs are getting a top 6 pick, bro."
I mean, Mansour Delane is so good. He was good at Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's good at LSU. Some might say he was better at Virginia Tech than he was at LSU, but I think LSU was just fine.
Going back to our mock draft that we did here on the podcast, where did we have Billing going?
I think
11th
11th to
to the
the
Dolphins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which we'll
Wow.
get into that pick later. Um,
Yeah.
no, I like the pick for the Chiefs. I think you just lost your 2 corners, and you have the opportunity to go get the best corner in the class. The way we'll get into 2 and 3 later, but the way that the corners are not going at all, that's saying a lot about Mansour Delane, I think, because you trade up to get him, and he's only one of 2 corners that went in the first round, and that is an anomaly on itself, let alone how many fell to day 3. I mean, I don't think we had that many even going 2 and 3. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, Jermod McCoy would probably have gone round 1, but I
If
just do we wanna can I touch on that real quick, or do we wanna
yeah.
save that? I saw a report today. I was watching a clip from Yahoo's, draft night thing, and basically he needs a bone plug. So they had the knee, and then I don't remember exactly, but the doctors had to take bone and plug something with that bone. The worry now is that they're going to have to go back in and, like, do it again to repair it. And the guy that was talking about it said that if that happens and it doesn't work how it's supposed to, he's done. Career, like football, he's done.
Wow. It's so sad.
Yeah.
I heard that last night as well, and it just breaks my heart, like, for the kid, like, just for himself, like, to be this good and this talented and to, like, have your future in front of you and then just
Watch it go.
Yeah.
watch it just go away. I mean,
I hope the
I
best.
I I hope and pray that this works out for him because that Tennessee tape his sophomore year is
Gosh.
spectacular. If he never tears his ACL in January of last year, he's going exactly where Mansour Delane is.
Yeah,
Just is.
it's so sad. I hope that he'll be alright to get drafted.
I hope so.
At least draft the kid.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
give him a chance.
It just at least even if you know he's not gonna play football ever again, give him the moment, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Arvell Reese did not go 7th to the Commanders,
Yeah.
Sonny
but unfortunately, his
Styles.
counterpart, Sonny Styles, went to the
He
Commanders.
did. Yep.
Unfortunately
Another
for
another
you.
great pick by the NFC East. I mean,
Yep.
it happens every year, it feels like, because they're always picking in the top 10. So,
It doesn't seem that it's working very well, so
nope,
there's
'cause
that
they're still
positive.
picking in the top 10. But Sonny Styles is a super, super athletic linebacker who just I have it's very hard to find, like, something he does wrong in his game. He's
Yeah.
very good in coverage, very aware in zone. He can even stick on a tight end in man. I mean, not the greatest in reading, like, um, gaps, like, when they're opening up, but he's still good at it. Like, he just needs to kinda learn that at an NFL processing level of, like, finding gaps and filling them, but he's a really good player.
He was my number 1 in the class.
Wow.
Sonny Styles is my number 1,
Wow.
so
Mm.
I don't remember where I had him. I think I had him about, like, maybe 3 or 5. I know I had Reese 4, like, 3 or 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
You like Sonny Styles pick?
Yeah. No, I love the Sonny Styles pick. I think, I don't remember where we had him. I I wish we saved the other mock draft and then we could kinda
It might have been here.
but yeah, no, great pick for the Commanders. They're getting a linebacker who can do it all. So, I mean, that's gonna be key for them, especially in the NFC East. So, yeah,
Yeah.
no, I love that pick for the Commanders.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
And then your rival New Orleans Saints
Yep.
get arguably the most talented receiver in the draft,
Yep.
Jordan Tyson.
Thoughts?
Jaron, you go.
Um, good pick for the Saints. I can't say what I want to on the podcast. Um,
Good lord. Alright,
shout out
I'll
his brother Jalen Tyson,
there's
great
another
Cavalier player,
just
Cavaliers in 5.
alright.
That's all I've gotta say about that.
Jordan Tyson,
Lakers in 4.
very, very good wide receiver for Arizona State, and then had the ACL problem, and it's just been kinda nagging for him, but he had his workout, looked great, did his workout.
Yep.
Saints obviously aren't worried about the ACL, and I think we've kinda gone a little too far into the whole, like, Jordan Tyson is injury, like, prone thing, because to get drafted 8th overall, you had to play football at some point, so it's not like he's been constantly hurt for the last 2 years. I mean, he had a little bit of a nagging injury last year, but it's
They seem to be fine if he went 8, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
So,
they have confidence in that he'll stay healthy if they're gonna draft him 8th overall. So, I mean, I hope he can be a really good talent. I hope he stays healthy for his sake.
Yeah. Again, it's another one of these picks that I feel like could have went a little higher, but I like the Jordan Tyson pick. Yeah, I mean, not too stoked about this next pick, but
Yeah.
we got him.
We kinda got like a rivalry,
Yep.
rivals picking here
Yep.
because
it doesn't stop for you.
It doesn't
I
stop.
know I'm looking ahead.
It
Um,
just keeps going.
Spencer Fano to the Browns,
It
tackle out of Utah,
Great
and
pick.
he might not be tackle. He can kinda play anywhere from left tackle to center.
Yeah.
He could also play left guard. I think he will play left tackle for them. I think they said that on the broadcast that he'll probably look to play at left tackle, which he's done it before. He was a freshman All-American the one season he ever played at left tackle. And the only reason he switched
Yeah.
over to
Best of luck to you, Riley.
the only reason he switched over to the right side is because Caleb Lomu did not know how to play right tackle. And
You
then
know
he still looked good at right tackle.
It'd be
Fano
great if
did.
you had somebody, like, really good off your head.
Oh, don't worry, we do. He's back.
Mhm.
I was talking about Max Crosby.
Wow.
Oh.
They signed Trey Hendrickson, who's not
listen,
bad.
listen. I like Trey Hendrickson. He's a veteran. He's coming in. He's helping a non-existent pass rush. We pretty much revamped our entire pass rush outside of Mike Green, and he was a rookie. So I'm
Yeah.
like sitting here. We got what's his name? We got
Zion.
Matabike. Beeks is back
Oh, yeah?
because he got surgery on his neck and
Wow.
he's coming back. That's confirmed. We got
Boom!
yeah, I like it. Obviously we got Hendrickson, and then we got Zion Young, round 2.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys,
I like him.
Nate said it last night, and the Ravens have this thing of getting great players to fall to them.
Yeah.
And they go, "What does Mel Kiper say? Who's first on Mel Kiper's best available? Plug and play that man on our roster." And it worked out.
They didn't do that
Yeah.
round 3. We'll get to that in a
Listen,
little bit.
I like our odds, but we're talking about the Browns right now. Great pick for the Browns. They got a absolute beast of a tackle in Spencer Fano. And what is funny?
I don't know why Jaron's laughing.
And like, bro, and you know, I think it's just gonna be tough sliding over there on the left side of the line, and yeah, love the picks for the Browns.
Yeah, Browns are having a killer draft. We'll get to that in a little bit.
I also like that they went O-line over like another weapon for Shador. Like I think he could for sure use more weapons, but damn
He
that
got 'em.
O-line.
He got
We
'em
need that
today.
O-line.
He
Yeah.
got him. Not first, not
Yep.
in the top 10.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of O-linemen, Giants pick up Francis Mauigoa,
Yeah.
tackle slash guard. He could play both in the league. I think he'll probably slide in right
Yeah.
right guard for them, but he could play tackle.
Yeah.
Only I think he would have gone a little bit higher, maybe over Fano, but it came out that he had a herniated disc, which is
Ooh, I didn't see that.
oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
it seems like it'll be fine, but just something to kind of monitor throughout his career. Where that's kind of I actually don't know where that is. I think it's somewhere like in your lower back, maybe. I actually don't know where herniated, like where your disc
I have
is.
Well, I
no
mean,
clue.
there's the discs in your
Maybe it's in
back,
your hip. I don't know,
and then there's
but
the discs in, like, you've got discs in your
it's definitely in your back. It wasn't anything upper; it was
okay.
lower.
Then it's probably lower back.
But
I
just something to keep an eye on for him throughout his career. I hope he stays healthy.
I will say this was kind of like the first trade of the draft. This was the
Yeah,
Bengals pick, but
yeah, that's true.
you basically trade Sexy Dexy for Francis Mauigoa. And
Yeah,
you get some
I just
money.
I always hate that where it's like this player got traded straight up for this player. It's you're trading player for pick. It's the value of the pick. It doesn't matter who went there. That was the value of the pick. The
Ye
team chose to spend that value on this player.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm just saying it like that
I
was
know.
good.
I just always hate that. Everyone
And you
uses it.
save money. You didn't have to pay
Like
Sexy Dexy.
I
Yeah.
hate when like big trades happen. Like let's think about like the Khalil Mack trade years ago, where like I felt like since it was over like 3 rounds or like since it was over 3 years of draft picks or like 2 years of draft picks, I'd see who won the trade.
Oh,
Bears get Khalil Mack, Raiders get Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Abram, and like another like late round pick. Who won? Like obviously Khalil Mack is the better of those 3 players, but
yeah.
like you didn't trade Khalil Mack for those 3 players. You traded Khalil Mack for a, what was it, 2 firsts and then like another pick? I don't know. It might have been 2 firsts, but
Yeah.
you're not it's the value of the 2 firsts that got you Khalil Mack, not those 2. You didn't say, "Hey, Bears, we're gonna draft or you didn't say to the Raiders, "Hey, we're gonna draft Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Abrams with these picks. Do you want him for Khalil Mack?" No.
Uh,
I just always hate that
I see it every
argument.
year. Every year. Bryce Young, Caleb Williams. Every year.
That's another one.
Every year. And I do hate it. I agree with you because I see that Bryce Young, Caleb Williams thing every year, and it's like, no, you know who won that trade? Both of the teams
Bears won the trade, sorry.
because they both panned out.
But, hey,
Okay,
they both got a good court.
I'm
They
not.
both got
I'm
their
not.
franchise
They
saviors
both
out
did
of
get
it.
a franchise quarterback.
I'm
That is
not
true.
gonna get into the discussion because I could talk about it for hours. But all I've got to say is the only reason people say the Bears won that trade is because Caleb Williams went into a better situation. I do think
Like,
Caleb
why
Williams
end
was
it
a
on
better
that,
quarterback.
Jaron? Because now I have no, I mean, fine, fine, we'll leave it at that. No, I just not no, okay. Anything I should talk about it just so I don't have to talk about Caleb Downs going to the Dallas Cowboys at 11.
Oh,
My favorite pick of the draft.
yeah.
Unfortunately, mine too.
That's tough. That's tough.
I mean, putting my Eagles bias aside, this
Yeah.
is a fantastic pick. Like, this is exactly what Dallas needed, was just a ball hawking safety. Like, this
Yep.
is just a great pick.
Yeah.
I had Downs as my second best player in the whole draft. I was a little bit higher on Downs than I think the consensus was. Not I mean, obviously, I think that everyone had Downs, like, about in top 5, maybe 6. I think you had him 6 on your board. And I just man, you can do so much with him. You can keep him in that deep safety role and just let him lurk in that deep zone. You can bring him down into the box and just let him headhunt. You can put him in the nickel and
Yeah.
just let him play make like they do with Kyle Hamilton in Baltimore.
Yep.
You can do so much with him, and he's gonna excel at it. He's
Yeah.
so smart.
Yeah. He kept falling, and I was like, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for us to take Caleb Downs and have Kyle Hamilton, but it'd be kind of fun. But I knew he wasn't gonna get there. I was just
And you have Malachi Starks
I
too.
know, yeah, we got Malachi Starks too. Dude, yeah, no, that would've been crazy.
What's crazy is these next two picks because I can't
Yeah.
stand either of these. There's one I don't like more, but
Mhm.
I also don't like the one that went 12. Um, Caden Proctor to the Dolphins traded down with the Cowboys. Just
Picked up 2 fifths.
um,
They'll get the player you would have taken at 11.
I'm gonna put like you said with your Eagles bias. I will put some Iowa bias behind me with Caden Proctor. Um, if you know, you know. I won't get into it. Caden Proctor is a very versatile player. I think you could play him at tackle. You could play him at guard. He's big. He's rough. He's mean, and he's going to put some people on their butt. That's what he's gonna do. And it, I I think it was a little rich for him at 12. I think you might have been able to trade. Well, I think they were going with him at 11 or 12
Yeah.
because I think the Rams were going to take him.
Yep.
You think no. No.
Well, then why not trade down more? Get more value.
Someone comes up to get him. Browns loved him.
Yeah, or the Lions.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Lions, yeah.
I just think it was a little rich for him, and I worry about his character concerns. Obviously, the NFL doesn't apparently, but
The the Dolphins don't.
yeah, but you're gonna stick somebody who lacked motivation. It came out. Nick Saban has said something along the lines of lack motivation, not
Yeah.
exactly that. And you stick him in Miami? Oh man,
You need nothing but
you
motivation and
better
discipline.
you better hope he gets talked to line, fixes
Yeah.
it. But
No, that
I'm not mad at the pick. I just don't like the pick.
yeah.
Like
I think
I
for the situation.
yeah, the situation and the richness of it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I'm a bigger fan of it than most, I think. I just the Dolphins wanted someone who can play left tackle for you, and in their
Yeah.
eyes, on the board that was given to them, Caden Proctor is the best bet to play left tackle in the league than anyone else that was on the board.
Yeah.
And they wanted a mauling left tackle, and that's exactly what he will do
Yeah.
if coached up properly. His footwork is not good enough to be a tackle right now. His play strength is not where you want it to be. It's someone who's gonna play at 350 pounds. So, I can't believe I'm saying this, but he needs to play stronger
Yeah.
because because he is already an animal and he's already strong as shit, but you can be stronger at 350. We could be looking at like a Trent Williams level of like just
Yeah.
bullish strength,
Yeah.
but he just got to get that coached up. And I feel like a lot of people kind of forget this pick happened because of the monstrosity of a pick that happened at pick 13.
Wow.
Ty Simpson,
Malpractice.
LA. Oh, I will say I love that what he did with the camera. Did you see
Yeah,
that,
yeah, I
Riley?
saw that, yeah.
LA.
So I think we all had him going second round, and
It's
it's
that.
yeah,
It
exactly, that's
it
what I was gonna say. It's and
Not
then
because I
you
didn't believe in the player. I had him about like 31st on my big board. So I
yeah.
thought he was a good quarterback in this class, but
if
Well,
not if not second round, dude, straight up late first.
yeah, right.
But
yeah.
this is insane.
I
Go
just
ahead.
foresaw him being a Jet. I really did, like, because you could just plug him in, like, second round, and who knows, maybe he'll pan out for you, but, like, the Rams, they're taking a quarterback. I mean, I get your team is stacked, dude, and we talked about this on the podcast when we were drafting for the Rams, and we didn't even really know who to take. Like, we were talking about Kenyon Sadiq, we were talking about O-line, we were talking about wide receiver, we're like, "What do the Rams really need?" But I just don't think you go quarterback. That's like
This is
saying
this is your
no.
Super Bowl window,
Yeah,
and you're preparing for your 2028 team
yeah,
because I don't best case scenario, I was watching NFL SC and we were listening to the same part. Trevor Sikkema said, "Best case scenario, your 13th overall pick plays 0 snaps for you this
Yeah.
year, and ideally, the year after that
well,
too, because then you still want Stafford on this team in
yeah,
2 years,
yep,
and then let's say Stafford retires after 2 years, then you finally play Ty Simpson. What if he's horrible?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what if he just looks
I was gonna say, sorry, Darren, you go.
No, no, go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
so, with the Ty Simpson pick, I agree with that best case scenario. Literally, they're hoping that Matt Stafford just gets hurt or he's just not on the team anymore this year because, like, why would you pick him?
I think you pick him because you want to bank you want to build for that future, and you wanna get somebody who can learn under Matthew Stafford. This is not mm, listen, Nate, we said it that night.
Yeah,
You are not gonna pick this high again.
yeah,
What? You this isn't even your pick. It's not even their pick. It's the Falcons' pick, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna let I just don't understand it because if you want to pick a quarterback to sit under Matthew Stafford and
yeah,
you're hoping that Stafford plays not only this year but also
yeah,
next year, go get one of the good quarterbacks coming out of next year's class when we have a loaded quarterback class,
yeah.
and then
You
let him sit.
you could
Why Ty Simpson?
but I think that logic also goes the other way where you're never gonna pick this high again,
yeah,
and quarterback is a premium position, so go get your guy.
yeah,
But the
Yeah,
body language that McVay was
no,
saying in all the
yeah,
post-game
it's
yeah.
pressers
insane.
was not telling me that that was your guy.
Yep,
He said in the post-draft, he's like, "Yeah, he'll compete for quarterback 2 with Stetson." Excuse me? You
What?
just drafted a quarterback 3
yeah.
at 14th overall?
Stetson was undrafted, 6th round, 7th round, or 4th round. Yeah, I mean, dude,
Y- I saw a report, not a report. It was a rumor that said there's one of the reasons that the Rams might have taken Ty Simpson and McVay had that body language is because there's the rumor was that McVay retires with Stafford.
No.
I don't buy it for the second.
yeah,
And then
No.
you've never Simpson said it on his SiriusXM interview that he hasn't even talked to him. McVay.
Oh,
He,
man. He didn't meet with McVay in a
yeah.
pre-draft meeting.
what?
Also,
He hasn't even gotten a text from Stafford as of yesterday. I
yeah,
No,
assume now they've
from
texted,
from
but
his wife, he has. Hey, we love you. You come. You need anything? Nope. Out of here. Get out of
I'm
here.
not
You
even gonna get
well,
into
dude, I
there's too
was
many.
also with this pick, it's the 13th overall pick. You don't just pick someone that you're gonna have sit, like what you said earlier, but, like, worst case scenario, this quarterback's probably not going in the first round. Trade down. You could trade down and try to get him later. You don't have to pick here if you don't want to. You can get more value later.
I don't know.
We'll get on a better topic. Big Ione is officially a Baltimore Raven.
I love it. I love it. Absolute smash of a pick.
Smash mouth guard.
Dude, listen. And then the first thing he said, I'm pretty sure was maybe not the first thing he said, but one of the things he said after getting drafted, he said, "No one's gonna touch my quarterback." And I was like, I love it.
Just help Lamar.
Please, bro, please. He is like the most sure pick we could have had there. Like just plug and play him at guard. We're good. Just put him in, let him go to work. I love it. Absolute great pick.
He was the final of my 3 correct picks in my mock draft, so I was very happy to see that.
Put it there, partner. Hey now. You know what? You get one too. Big
Let's go.
Let's work.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we had him going here in the mock draft.
Yep.
We had him. This was a great pick for us.
This was the worst kept secret, and the league just let it happen.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey guys, Big Ione is going 14, so if you want him, jump ahead of the Ravens."
Yep.
I guess no one wanted him.
I've noticed that they've been saying his last name different than we have, though. We keep saying Ione, and the league, every time they've talked about it, is like Ione. Ione is how they're saying his last name on the broadcast.
I don't know. Well, until I hear differently, then I'm just gonna keep saying Ione. Maybe they're saying it wrong. We're saying it right.
That's true.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Speaking of you never know how the league is going to value someone with as short as arms as Ruben Bain. And here he is terrorizing Jaron's Panthers for the next probably 10 years. But spoiler alert, Jaron got a guy who could maybe help with preventing that. But we'll get there.
Oh, he better.
Ruben Bain, the star of the Miami Hurricanes team that just led that defense all the way to the natty, and boy, was this a great pick by Tampa Bay.
I didn't think he'd fall this low because I didn't think he would. I wanted him. Obviously, I want all these players on the Ravens, but I wanted him on the Ravens too. And I was like, I don't think he's even gonna make it to the pick.
I called back to what you said. Like, he was either first or second episode of the pod. You're like, man, I want Ruben Bain to be a Raven, but he won't be there. And I go,
he's there.
Ruben Bain is there for the Ravens. Like Riley can get what he wanted.
But I talked with Chris. He's one of our friends. He's Ravens fan, and we both agree that Ione is probably the bigger need. Like we kind of filled up the pass rush gaps. So I mean, I love Ione. I think it's a great pick. But back to Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain is just I'm sorry, Jaron, that you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. You guys all saw his like walk up. He didn't even pose in the hat in the picture. He grabbed that thing and kept moving. He's pissed that he lasted till pick 15. And all 31 teams are going to hear about it forever.
Yep.
Especially yours.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Jaron? This is a good pick, right? Right? Right?
Bro, y'all have it bad.
He's so good. So is Jordan. Like, I'm not used the last 5 years, I'm not used to picking where we pick. I was talking to my friend Carson about it last night.
You're used to up there.
And I'm used to getting those flashy players. And this draft has just been it's been fun. I'm not mad at our draft, but it's just been oh, come on.
This is the burden of winning teams, Jaron. You got your steak last year with Tedero and McMillan. Go eat your vegetables. Go eat your vegetables at pick 19. We'll get to your vegetables, but now you get your vegetables.
Ruben Bain is so good. I hope he has a non-injury filled horrible career with the Buccaneers. Let him stay healthy, but just you know what? Actually, let me reiterate. I hope he has a great career outside of 2 weeks every year. Huh? I think we can all agree on that. Is that fine? Sure. All right. Cool. I'd say no.
Yeah, the weeks against the Saints don't play good against them.
I assume that's what you meant. So let's go to.
We're gonna move on from these two boneheaded comments on the left and right of me.
All right. Kenyon Sadiq at 16 to the Jets.
Wow.
I think another shocking pick.
Yeah.
But one that I think will pay off.
Yeah.
Kenyon Sadiq is one of the most athletic tight ends we've ever seen. And while he had limited production in college, I think that was more of a fact of the offense, more
Yeah.
of him, where I don't think the offense necessarily ran through Kenyon Sadiq.
No, they had that it was like that RPO scheme
Yeah.
thing in Oregon,
He
so
had the most receptions on the team, he had the most touchdowns on the team, I think he was, like, 100 yards off the most receiving yards, like, he was getting used. He was mainly, like, the security blanket for Dante Moore, and I think he's gonna do exactly that for whoever the Jets have in 2027. They have Geno Smith this year, but I think whoever is the pick next year will have a really nice offense coming in. They'll have Garrett Wilson, they'll have Adonai Mitchell, they'll have pick 30, which we'll get into. They have a really good offensive line, Kenyon Sadiq, Mason Taylor last year, Breece Hall, so I I think it's a really good foundational pick for that offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
anything?
Yeah. No, I think one of the best tight end prospects we've seen in a while. I really enjoy watching his tape at Oregon, and yeah, though I mean I go a lot with what Nate said. Super athletic freak. I don't think it was a surprising pick, but I don't think it was a bad pick for the Jets. I think it could
No,
always,
not a bad pick.
yeah, I think it'll pan out pretty well. But time will tell.
Then we've got Blake Miller to the Lions. I like Blake Miller, I've always liked Blake Miller.
Yeah.
Uh, a little rich.
Yeah, I thought a little high, but
Yeah,
this is
not
Dan
too much.
Campbell's guy out of the 2nd tier, I'll say, of tackles, and so, I mean, that's a little bit scary because I feel like they Brad Holmes does a really good job at drafting for those Lions. I mean, we've all seen what they've gotten out of Amon-Ra St. Brown as a late
Mhm.
round gem, but even like a first round draft pick, like good at draft because that's important to hit on your first round pick. I think he's done that. Jameson Williams has been really good for them. Penei Sewell's on track to be a Hall of Famer, and I don't think that's crazy to say.
Mm-mm.
Um, Jahmyr Gibbs is
Yeah.
like the 2nd best running back in the league, and
Jack
maybe
Campbell?
Jack Campbell's been awesome for them. Like, they don't care about, like, where they're at on consensus boards. They take the guys that fit their culture and that are
Yep,
gonna put
yep,
their head down and work, and I think Blake Miller's gonna do that for them. So,
Yeah.
it's a good it's a little early for, like, draft guys, but I feel like every time the Lions
yeah,
pick, it's always a little early, but they get the best out of their
yep.
guys, so that's a good pick for them.
Yeah. No.
Uh, we'll move on to 18, one of me and Nate and I's least favorite pick.
Yeah,
Uh,
my least favorite.
Why do you guys not like it?
ugh,
So, I'll start with the positives because
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this is a exciting pick for Vikings fans if it works out. Because if you were to tell me that, like, before the draft, "Alright, the Vikings are have to take a D tackle at 6. They're going to take a D tackle at 6. Which one should it be?" I would tell you Caleb Banks because he has the highest ceiling. There's better options like Caden McDonald, like Christian Miller, that are just better football players in my opinion, or that are better for the NFL right now because they don't have a lot of injury history with them. But Caleb Banks, if you watch his 10 best plays from his whole Florida career and, like, that was it, he'd probably be going top 10. Like, he's such a disruptive interior pass rusher, and there's just not a lot of guys that do that. He's 6'6", 330 pounds. He's an absolute unit. The the problem with why this is a concerning pick at 18 is he has had 4 foot surgeries, I believe,
yeah,
all on the same foot.
Man.
That's a little nerve-wracking.
especially at his size.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of weight and a lot of pressure on that foot at 330 pounds. So, I'll look at it. If the foot isn't an issue, this will more than make up for the 18th pick. This could be even a little bit higher than the 18th pick. But if not,
Yeah,
you're just gonna have an injury-riddled D tackle who maybe plays 3 games a year, which sucks because these are really good talent, but, yeah, injuries suck, man. I'm a little bit higher on it, and I think the general consensus is I always try to look at every draft pick with rose-tinted lenses, so I try not to overreact like, "Wow, that was a bad pick,"
Yeah.
because obviously draft analysts are wrong all the time.
Yeah.
Part of
It's
the
part
week.
of the game,
Yeah.
and I hope every pick that everyone is mad at, all fan bases are wrong about, so then they can feel good about it, but
Yeah.
I I still think this is I won't touch on it anymore, but I just think you're drafting his ceiling.
Yep.
You're drafting his ceiling, but you're not incorporating the floor. While Caleb Banks has a very high ceiling, higher than any D tackle in the draft, he might have a very low floor
Yeah.
because he could just not get on the field and not look the same
Yeah.
after that foot surgery. So that's what I'll say about it because we got another mountain
I'm feeling good about this pick.
going
Yeah.
I'm
out
feeling good.
east. Carolina Panthers at 19 get Monroe Freeland,
Hot dog.
tackle out of Georgia.
What
Jaron,
a
take it away.
unit. Golly, man. This guy, I wasn't happy with the pick right off rip.
Mhm.
Only because, well, there is 2 people on the board that got taken that I really, 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 really wanted. And it starts with Dylan Theineman, and it follows with Mekhi Lemon. But we seem to like Monroe Freeland, and there's a reason that we didn't take Theineman or Lemon. But God help me if I watch 4, 5, 6, and 7th round, and we don't draft a replacement for Nick Scott. Woo-hoo. But we'll get back on how good we're feeling. So I'm excited about it. Rasheed Walker's on a 1-year deal. Icky McQuanu's torn what is it? Patella. Eesh, I don't know if I like Icky, and then he's just not done what I wanted him to do. I haven't seen what I wanted, but and then Taylor Moton, he's only I think 31 or 32. And those tackles can play till they're 35, but last year there was some regression. Um, I'm fine with that. I've slept on it 2 nights now, but I'm okay with it. You let him develop a little bit maybe this year. If Rashid isn't playing to where we want him to, if Taylor goes down, you can plug and play Monroe Freeling as that second. And then after this year, just let the handcuffs off of him, let him just go terrorize the rest of the league.
Yeah. No, I like this pick for the Panthers. I think keep protecting Bryce Young. He progressed last year, and I think hopefully we'll see another progression.
Every year he's only progressed.
Yep.
So
So it's got the
keep
playoffs last year.
yeah, keep him healthy,
Yeah,
keep him going. But
I like this pick.
you know what keeps me going sometimes? Lemonade. You know who went pick 20? Makai Lemon. Take it away, Nathan.
Oh, man. Oh, this is just I love when the Eagles draft because I just feel so just warm and just happy and just sunshine, rainbows everywhere. I mean, this is just ever since that Jalen Rager pick, it's just been up for Howie. He has not missed on a first round pick, and I have no doubt to think that he missed on this one. Makai Lemon, wide receiver at USC, Bolitnikoff winner, 1,100 yards. I think like 12 touchdowns or maybe 11. I don't know. But man, I love that pick for us. I love it because while this does kind of signal the obvious that AJ Brown is gone,
Yep.
eh, he's going to be a really good player for us, I think. Like, I always just think about these guys that kind of fell. Like, I think a lot of people had like Makai Lemon around like that Rams pick. Like, I feel like that was a penciled in Rams pick. Like, that's
Yeah.
just your slot guy. Boom. You have Puka and Devontae on the outside, Makai Lemon in the slot. That's how you
Whoosh.
go win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
But now for us, now he's our slot guy because we'll have Devontae Smith and Dontavion Wicks on the outside. Makai Lemon's just gonna feast in the slot. I love it. I love it. And yeah, I am feeling like some lemonade. That's a good shout.
Maybe we'll get some today.
I might.
All
I
right.
might. I might be getting me a jersey too. I might not be Hurts forever. Might be Mr. Lemon.
What number is, Mr. Lemon?
No idea yet.
Dang it.
It might not be for a while. I might wait until his numbers, like, solidify 'cause they're
Yeah,
probably gonna give him some stupid
yeah,
number and then,
they've been
like,
giving
change
all
it
the
once
first
they
round picks, like, number 1 other than Fernando Mendoza, and I was like, "Oh,
they
I
gave the
do
Chiefs
know.
numbers out.
I
oh, okay."
do know Max Ion Ionicher.
Ionicher.
I do know his number. It's 71, but he was picked 21 to the Steelers. So,
Very, very raw tackle prospect.
Yeah,
He's new to football in general. He had never played football until JUCO, where he played freshman year. He stepped onto campus and freshman year at JUCO started playing, and then he played 2 years at JUCO, I believe transferred to Arizona State, has played there for the last 2 years, and he's he is really good at he's just really strong
he's
and
big.
big too. He's shown a lot of, like, potential to be, like, a franchise right tackle, and I just think they're taking that bet, and I hope it works out for him because
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
a really good tackle that's who I kinda was hoping would fall to us at 23, and
Well, he did. See you
uh,
at 20.
he fell to us at 20, but I'm okay with Lemon.
yeah. No, I mean, I like it for the Steelers. Got nothing else to say for 'em.
Yeah.
That's it. Good
But
pick, guys. Good job.
Mhm.
you know a little bit about Akeem Messidor.
I suppose I do.
22 to the Chargers.
Yeah. Um, I I don't know, man. I think it's cool, and I like the other edge a little bit more from Miami, but
Mhm.
obviously he's gone. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Good pick for
Old.
them. Yeah, he's just old. That's
Yeah.
always gonna be his thing is he's 25 right now. He's gonna be
Yeah.
29 by the end of his rookie contract, and by
Yeah.
the end of his 5th year, he'll be 30, and
But
that's just kinda crazy to say out loud.
I guess when we were doing our mock draft, we did say like Chargers are built to win now,
We
and
might have
it's not.
had this in our mock
I
draft.
I think we did. I think it's not. I don't know. Just older guy. Don't like love the pick. Don't hate it. I think it's good for the Chargers.
The good
He
part about it no, Jaron, go ahead.
he's probably the most NFL ready player of the class.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Well,
gonna
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying though. Is Chargers built to win now? You just plug them in, good to go.
Like, it wouldn't surprise me if at the end of the year, Akeem Messidor was the best edge of this class.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, obviously, he's going to,
I
but
think you're drafting him in his prime, like, he's in his prime
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's only gonna go I think his rookie season will probably be his best season in the NFL, and then he'll just be a slight downhill. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he comes out and wins, like, rookie of the year. Like, he might just
Yeah.
he has a pass rush plan, he knows what to do, he knows counter moves. Like, a lot of young guys, they do their first move in college because it worked, and then they're like, "Oh, that didn't work. What do I do?" He's got counter moves, man. Like, he knows what to do when
Yeah.
his first move doesn't work. It wouldn't surprise me if he's early watch for defensive rookie of the year.
As
Yeah.
somebody who loves edge and watching edge film, I just like his hit. He hit you with a spin. That doesn't work. He's gonna club your arms down. That doesn't work. Well, by that time, then probably ball's already out.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna get off the edge and just flatten you straight. Like he, it, he's great. Now the other edge that I do like is pick 23, Malachi Lawrence. What a lanky dude, man.
Yeah.
He's got some long arms.
Cool
Yeah.
pick for Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
pretty
nothing's
think it
gonna
cool.
was
top your number 11 pick, but
Yeah.
yeah, a little early, I think, for me.
yeah,
I had
I had him about, like, my 44th, 43rd best player, so
I thought if he was going first round, it'd be towards the later end
yeah.
of it, but
But they did trade down, and they got 2 fourth-round picks for a player they probably would have taken at 20. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think good process by Dallas. So,
Yeah.
I I like the I like the player, I like his potential, it's just very raw right now. So but he doesn't have to play right now. They
right.
got Donovan Ezraku, they got Rashawn Gary, like, those are kinda gonna be your every down edge rushers,
Yep.
and then you can have Malachi Lawrence kinda rotate in on 3rd downs and just kinda get after the quarterback, 'cause he still has to kinda learn how to be a heavy-handed edge setter and just kinda, like, play the run, but I it's a good developmental pick in the 1st round. As much as a developmental pick can be in the 1st, I think that was good.
You know what else is good?
KC.
Casey Concepcion
And
to
I
the
thought
Cleveland
KC
Browns.
was gonna go to KC for the longest time, but he did not.
Have a fit.
I thought he was going 19 to the Panthers for the longest time.
Yeah, no, great pick for the Browns. Cool. Good job, Shador. Throwing him the ball. Pretty awesome.
You're just loading up on weapons for next year's
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually do hope Shador's still the quarterback there. I I I like Shador, even though he's a Browns player. I don't know.
Oh, good for the Browns.
Yeah.
Getting weapons, good process, good for them.
Yeah. Still sign him into the Bears.
This was another contender for me for my best pick of the first round.
Yeah, this is a really good pick.
I had Heineman as my 15th best player in the whole class, and he's sitting there at 25, and Bears pounced.
Yep.
This is your Kevin Byard eventual replacement.
Yep.
This is someone who can really just play anywhere.
Yeah.
He could play in the box. He could play coming downhill in the nickel. He can play deep safety. I really liked his play at Oregon and Purdue. So a
Yeah.
really, really nice pick for the Bears.
And I really wanted him.
Yeah. I was gonna say I thought both of you, if not
I wouldn't have minded it at 20,
yeah.
but
You don't hate your pick though.
no.
That Lemon, yeah.
Jaron hates his. I'm just kidding.
Nah,
All
he's
right.
feeling good.
He's feeling pretty good about
But
it.
what I was gonna say is, like, what I liked about this pick from the Bears is they're kinda just going with the best guy available, which is what I feel like the Rams could have done too. I know I don't wanna jump back on that whole Rams train, but it's like, the Bears went to the playoffs last year. They were facing the Rams last year.
Almost beat him.
Yeah, almost beat them, and now they're just loading up more. So, I don't know. I like the pick.
I don't like this pick. Keelan Rutledge.
Literally. But from what my sources have told me is that they seem to want Keelan Rutledge to be their day one center.
What?
I think they're going to move him inside the center, which he has shown the ability to do. And I think that was kind of the process in why they picked him because they thought he was the best they thought he was the best player to play center at that pick. Because I thought this was a little early for Keelan Rutledge. I had him about like my 48th best player, so about 22 spots higher than I had him. But I mean, out of the interior guys, he was probably the one that Texans viewed could play center, which is what they wanted. So good. I mean, yeah, good process by trying to identify your center of the future. But I mean,
Not really a lot
I
of centers in this class,
no,
so, yeah.
and I think it's also a risk because he hasn't played a lot of center, if
Right.
any. I think he's been mainly training a guard.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah,
Chris Johnson to the Dolphins at 27. Love Chris Johnson.
I'm not too high on him, but you can talk
I
about him,
mean
Jaron.
I watched this tape from when the TFB season was still going on, and I fell in love. Um, he he went higher than I thought he was going to. Uh, but he uh, he's gonna play good for the Dolphins. I mean, anybody who drafted goes to the Dolphins is gonna be fine. But he 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 can read the passing lane pretty well, and he's got the ability, in my opinion, to be a great cornerback. It just needs to be unlocked, and I'm interested to see how he plays against harder competition. Like, that would be one of my bigger harps on him is that I mean, he's from the Mountain West. You don't really uh, it's so weird sometimes with the draft when, like, people like Ted Hurst went later. Like, you played at Georgia State, you're playing in the Sun Belt. Like, what that competition, how are you gonna go up against, Caleb Downs? You know what I mean? Like, you got it there's those question marks, but I like the pick. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know, let me check. I
Well
think Colton Hood might have been a better pick there.
well, that's the pushback I have with Colton Hood is much more of a press man corner, and I think that is not what Miami wants to do. Miami wants to be a zone
Yeah.
team and kinda sit back in their zone and let their D-line do the work. And so I think the scheme fit is perfect for Chris Johnson in Miami. So I like the scheme fit. Lower on the player, but the scheme fit definitely helps for him to maximize his talent and potential. So good pick by Miami. Patriots come up
Get
and get
Caleb
Caleb
Loma.
Lomu, their eventual tackle, to replace Morgan Moses at right tackle. So, which we were just kind of talking about. Caleb Lomu played left tackle majority at Utah because he struggled at right, and the Patriots drafted him to, I think, take over the reins at right tackle. So this is kind
Yeah,
of a
Right.
developmental
Yeah.
pick as
yeah,
well. But what I want them to do is go kick Will Campbell inside the left guard
Yep.
and then put Caleb Lomu at left tackle. But they won't do that
yeah.
because they are dead set that Will Campbell's a tackle. But
I feel like they just wanna prove everybody wrong.
and you're gonna prove yourself wrong. And
He struggled in the
all I'm
playoffs.
gonna say is I hope we get the Patriots first round pick next year from the AJ Brown trade because I don't think they're gonna be too hot next year. That's just fine.
No.
They're gonna have a tougher schedule. I don't know. They lost a lot of pieces. They gained a lot, but yeah, I'm not moved.
Now, 29, the Chiefs was Peter Woods.
Yeah,
I remember where Peter Woods was getting mocked in the way too early mock
Yeah,
drafts.
this time last year, Peter Woods was like a
A
top
top
5 pick.
Yeah,
wow, I didn't know that.
yeah. The A lot of these Clemson guys were really hot. The Clemson was supposed to be so good last year, and they all just kinda fell apart. But the
Yeah.
Chiefs, if they can get sophomore year Peter Woods, oh my goodness.
This is kinda back to that Caleb Banks pick, but
Yeah,
minus the injury. Peter Woods' ceiling is very high. We've seen what he did his sophomore year at Clemson, awesome. And then he comes out this year, doesn't look like the same player. We're like, all right, maybe it was just Clemson was bad. Maybe it was just the fact that they just didn't have it all together. So whatever. And then he comes out and I don't think does anything at the combine. You can correct me if I'm wrong, if you remember, but I don't think he did anything at the combine. I don't think he did like a lot of like stuff to kind of prove that it wasn't him, it was the team. So I just did not like his offseason. I thought it was weird because we'll talk about, we might talk about DJ Parker, who went 35th to the Bills in the second. He kind of came out and like, he looked really good at the Senior Bowl and he looked really good at the combine. He looked really good at his pro day. Like, that was one of those where it's like, "Okay, I don't think this was you. I think this was Clemson." Because TJ Parker was another one where we thought top 5 player in this time last year, and Peter Woods didn't do that. So, I don't know.
yeah. Clemson just imploded last year. I watched.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
we
I
watched
watched
a
a
good
lot.
amount of games.
Yeah, Clemson was just not the same team that they normally were, like normally are. And I think it did like have a mental like kind of chalk effect on the entire team. Like I think it was just a plague that slowly spread it across the entire team.
He didn't do, like, bad at the combine.
Oh, we did
Ath
do combine?
Yeah.
Oh,
Athleticism score was, like, 11th out of D tackles, so it wasn't great, but then he was, like, 2nd and 1st in the other 2 categories, so his combine grade was a 6.3, which, if you guys don't know how they do the grading, 6.3 is the description that they put for his ranking is, could be A plus starter, or
Oh,
eventually will be A plus starter.
I would agree with that.
Um, Omar
And
Cooper
here's pick
Jr.
30 to the
Omar
Jets.
Cooper Jr., Garrett Wilson, and
Adonai Mitchell,
Adonai
Kenyon
Mitchell,
Sadiq,
Kenyon
Breece
Sadiq.
Hall.
so what was their goal this draft, gentlemen?
Let's get this quarterback next year and just load him up.
He's
But
gonna have a lot of nice weapons.
Yep.
which is true, but the Jets have the best draft, like, almost every year. They always do so good, and they just poop the bed. They
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that maybe we should change the coach. We need to find a good coach.
Yeah.
We need to find out how to unlock the potential of this roster because if you break down the Jets roster,
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
Yeah. But also, to be fair, I think a lot of team success is really strong on whether or not you have a good quarterback, and
Yeah.
this team never has a good quarterback. So, if they can hit on a quarterback next year, though,
If they go into next year
yeah,
and with the quarterback classes is what we expect it to be,
yeah,
and they don't really fall or they get even better, and you draft somebody who doesn't work out, it is going to be my my biggest crash out moment because I'm not even a Jets fan, but it just I hate it because I love college football. I love watching the players. I love the draft week. I love the draft work, and you are just taking these good players and just on all of their career. It drives me up a frickin' wall, dude.
yeah,
I mean, I I think Jets fans are expecting this not to work out because it's happened so much where it's like you get
It's
these
so
good
sad.
college players and you get these good college quarterbacks and they come in and you're like, this is the guy, this is the savior for the Jets, gonna take us to the promised land. And then it never works. So I
yeah,
think they're just numb to it. Like
Like,
if it doesn't work, it's not gonna like let's say like let's put any one of our three fan bases in that shoes where it's like we're entering a rebuild and we need that quarterback and it's like it doesn't work out, we're gonna be like, dude, this team is just idiots. They're morons. Why would they do this to the fan base? Jets fans, if this doesn't work out, they're probably gonna be like, well, I mean, can't be surprised. The Jets are
yeah,
gonna jet.
yeah,
I mean, how demoralizing does it have to be to see Sam Darnold do that? Like, I know he
yeah,
was on the Panthers, and I know Baker Mayfield was on the Panthers, but, like, to me, I'm not as upset because, like, we didn't draft them.
Yeah.
You the Sam Darnold gets drafted to the Jets, and now he's a Super Bowl champ.
Yeah. I don't want this to be a Jets hate. I want to talk about Omar Cooper Jr.,
Yeah.
who
yeah,
I think can excel inside and outside. I had him as my 19th best player, and he's sitting here at 30. I think very good option for the Jets going forward because I think you believe in Garrett Wilson, obviously, and I think you have some trust that Adonai Mitchell can give you a little bit more on the outside.
yeah,
So have Omar Cooper Jr. be your slot guy
yeah,
and just have him kind of beast at the slot.
Yep.
But then also if Adonai Mitchell doesn't work out, you can kick him outside and have a slot option like who's that slot guy that they have? Off the top of my head, I don't know any like slot op. I was gonna say Arian Smith, but boy, that was a bad
Yeah.
pick. Um, I really like it going forward for the Jets offense at least. I think
Yeah.
all you have to do is just get that 2027 quarterback. And
Right.
the other problem is like I've seen a lot of people be like, just tank next year and get your guy. They have 3 first round picks. They don't necessarily have to tank. Like if you really just want your guy, you can go out and like let's say they just missed the playoffs. They get like
yeah,
8, they go 8 and 9. It's like you want enough games where it's like, okay, this roster can go somewhere with Dino and you're like, let's just get like pick 18 probably is what they'll get if they go 8 and
Yeah.
9, and then they'll have the Colts pick,
Yeah,
yeah,
what
and
if
then
they suck?
they'll have the Dallas pick. They'll have either the Dallas or the Packers pick, whichever one's higher, that's what they get.
mm,
You could pack it if you really wanted to. You could package all 3 of those first and move up to whatever freaking spot you want.
Yep.
So they don't have to be bad next
yeah,
year to go get
Well,
their guy. Like
and, like, their
it's gonna
offense
cost you more, but
their offense, even with Kenyon Sadiq, you have Omar Cooper, Garrett Wilson, you're on a 2 tight end set with uh, Mason Taylor and Kenyon Sadiq. You've got the pieces, we need to make it work, and I'm excited for it
I hope
because I
so.
hope
I
it
hope for
works.
Jets because if they get that quarterback right,
that's what it's gonna
it's gonna
come
be a
down to.
dangerous team. Like I
Dangerous.
don't think we've said that about Jets for a while. If all these first round picks work out,
Or even if just 2 of them.
they're two. Yeah,
Like,
if you hit on David Bailey and you hit on Ken Sadiq, and let's
yeah,
say
Yeah,
Omar Cooper Jr. is an average starter, that's fine.
yeah, no,
yeah. And
You kind of need average for the
yep,
Jets.
yeah. Now the Titans also took an edge that I really like
yep,
at 31
Keldrick Falk.
with Eldrick Folk, and I'm so happy that he got drafted in the first round because he was in the green room.
Mhm. That was cool.
It
That was
wa
cool
it was
for him.
cool.
He's a very polarizing player. I think this is about a good range for him, 31. I had him as 24th best player because I think stout run defender at the edge, but lacks pass rush moves. I won't say lacks pass rush because he's big. He's like 6'6", 280. Like I think if he loses a little bit more weight, gets a little bit of that
Yeah,
first step quickness, we could look at a guy who gets like 7 to 8 sacks a year, which is
yeah,
not nothing. It's
yeah,
not
and I
nothing.
I remember watching Keldrick Falk tape from
2024.
24, and the Auburn didn't need him to be that pass rusher because on the flip side of him was Jaron Crawford, who was able to be the pass rusher. Like, he was not bad at that, and you get this run-stopping demon at 31 who is big and physical, so
Mhm.
I think
I like the pick for the Titans, I do.
yeah, I do too. I think he could have went a little bit higher, but
And now we get to my least favorite first round pick of the whole first round.
I wanna hear your thoughts on this, Riley.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Jadarian Price. I know that he was the backup at Notre Dame, with Jeremiah Love there. I actually so that national championship season, the year Notre Dame went, I was, like, pretty into college football that year, like, 'cause Clemson, but don't worry about that. Uh, they were splitting carries. Like, a lot of the time, it was Jeremiah Love taking a majority of the carries, but then Jadarian Price, he wasn't bad. He wasn't a bad backup, but yeah, then you go to the draft, and I'm looking at Seattle. They do need a running back, but it's just high. Like, it does feel like it's high, and yeah,
I think you could have got him in the second round, but I think the
yeah,
reason they took him at 32 is because they want the fifth-year option on him. That's what I think it
yeah.
is. I don't agree with it, but
Seattle entered the draft this year with 4 total selections: a first round pick, a second round pick, a third round pick, and a sixth round.
yep.
They used their first round pick on a running back who was a backup in college. Now, to be fair, he was a backup to the third overall pick in the NFL draft, so kind of tough to beat out.
Yeah.
But I
Never started again.
was never the biggest fan of Jadarian Price. A lot of people love him. I had him as my 40th best player. I thought he was talented, but not not Seattle.
Yeah.
You lost a lot of players. Like I always I always don't like criticizing a Seattle pick because their fans are pretty sensitive, and then they'll kind of like assume you're talking bad about their entire team, which I'm not. They're coming off the Super Bowl. I can't sit here and say like Seattle's going to suffer because they took a running back round one. Like no, it just I always hate being overcritical for a Seattle Seahawks pick because of their fan base, but it's not a good pick. I You have 4 picks and used one of them on a running back, and you already had Zach Charbonnet, which isn't an every down running back, but you could have gone and signed a running back in free agency that would have filled this Jadarian Price role. Uh, I don't know. I hate this pick
He
because I don't fully believe in Jadarian Price as a
I
first round pick.
I don't know if I see him as a workhorse running back, and I think that's what
That's
they're
what
gonna
I
use him as.
yeah. This is your new Kenneth Walker, and I don't think he can do that.
Yeah. And then they used their second round pick on, Bud Clark from TCU.
They used 2 of their 4 picks on a running back and a safety, arguably 2 of the least valuable positions in football. I But like I said, I hate criticizing Seattle picks because then their fans are just like, "Oh, you have no idea what you're talking about."
Uh,
Blah, blah, blah."
give me Seattle fans. I don't really care. Stupid pick, round 1, round 2. You you
Heck
you
yeah.
won't you wanna come you are so delusional. Seattle Seahawks fans are so delusional, and Jake Bobo's not gonna work out for you. Get that out of your mind because I see that all the time. You know who else is not gonna work out for you? Bud Clark or Darian Price because one of them is bound to not work out.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll, Do we wanna touch on anything else or
I mean, I think we're gonna end up divulging into the second rounds and later next episode.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll kinda give our favorite picks of, nights 2 and day 3,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
I'm just glad we recapped the first round and
yeah,
got our thoughts out there, and
What a draft, man.
yeah.
I know,
I
very
was I was saying last night,
Lots
like
of lots of good picks, lots of bad picks,
yeah.
yeah.
lots of surprises, lots of expected picks.
I was saying last night, I was like, I just don't I feel like this is one of the more hectic drafts I've been a
Yeah,
part of in
And the
recent
yeah,
reason
years.
for that is because I think after the first 10 blue chip players that could be perennial Pro Bowlers and all that, it's one of those where all the players from, like, 15 to 50 are gonna be very smushed together, like,
yep,
close in grade because it's a very, like,
Depth heavy draft.
depth-heavy draft. Like, you're gonna get a starter in, like, round 2, but you're also gonna get that same level of starter at pick pick 25.
yeah.
Like, it's just
Yeah.
yeah,
I know.
this was gonna be all over the place. It's been all over the place. I love the chaos of the
I
draft,
love it.
man.
I love it. And we get in 20 minutes, my favorite day of the entire draft is round 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I am gonna get excited and prepared for that draft day.
Mhm.
Nate is gonna get excited and prepared for today's draft. Riley's gonna get excited and prepared for today's draft. And you should also get excited and prepared for this episode, next episode, and the following episodes because this is the Kickoff Podcast. It's been a blast. Thank you guys all for all of your support, your views, your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that you do helps not only you, but it also helps us. So get excited. We've got more content getting rolled out. We got more content coming, and we've got more draft picks coming today. So
Mhm.
with all of that being said, it's been a pleasure. I'm Jaron Carper. That's Nathan Rudd. That's Riley Wheeler, and we are going to see you next time.
See you guys.
The
Peace out.